It all started during 2008 when one hotel owner in Pangasinan invited me to work in their company.
Robert Lagapper Group started 20 years ago when my brother got married in Tagaytay.
So 15 years ago, I had an event. But before that, I didn't know what to do. So somebody asked me if I could do an event. So I said yes, without knowing what an event was.
That's 2008 when I started. The first wedding that I did is my sister's wedding.
I started 24 years ago, something in the early 90s.
I started as a florist 6 years ago. That's around 2009.
Our business started in 2000. High school ako noon. I think that was the start.
I started as an event stylist way back 2001, which the event styling industry is just starting to full bloom. During that time, event styling is a new industry. So it's not just focusing on the flowers or the bridal bouquet or the church setup, but it's now focusing on the ambience of the entire venue. So they created looks, they created the feel of the room, and then also even the lighting effects of the reception is also part of our job. So I find it very challenging, and then I find it na parang this is me, na parang it's just the entire production design, not just the flowers, but the entire look.
Yung full talaga na I dealt with being a stylist designer, it's in 2011 when I left my career. Doon ako talaga binigyan ng hands-on management o binigyan ako ng free handy bossing ng mama ko for designing yung mga events namin.
When I started the business, parang I got different invites na from like different magazines agad, TV shows, and blogs also to do styling. So from there, tuloy-tuloy na talaga.
So basically, that's how it started. That time with a partner. And then eventually we made into a corporation, incorporated.
My first event was a corporate event. It's for Pantene at Greenbelt 5. And then they said, this is not normal. So maybe you should do this as your career. And then the rest is history.
Nag-rely lang ako sa mga wedding magazines, videos of celebrity weddings. Then yun, I did that wedding. After that, ang dami nang natuwa. So her friends of friends referred me.
It all started as a hobby, and it just evolved eventually because I noticed that I have the eye for it.
As year goes by, the demand for the visual designs and flowers keeps on changing. Until one day, we've been doing event styling as a whole, and this is it. I'm here right now.
My inspiration really is to upgrade the level of the designs that we have here in the Philippines.
Siguro ang malaki talagang influence sa akin is my mom. Lahat kailangan maayos, kailangan lahat pantay. If you'll see my works, sukat na sukat, kailangan pulidong-pulido lahat.
I believe my inspirations really comes from within. I'm a joyful person, I'm happy, I'm energetic. So every time I meet a couple, my being joyful and energetic keeps me to really work for the best for my clients.
My love for weddings talaga inspires me to do this craft.
Basically, the inspiration is to challenge yourself and be the best in what you do every time.
My inspiration is really my clients. Clients who go to me, they ask me for an event. I look at them, I see how they are, what I can offer them, and in totality, the event has to translate them.
Kapag sinasabi nila na we made their event special dahil sa ginawa namin. So it drives us to do better, tsaka continue yung ginagawa namin.
Wedding is just once in a lifetime event, so we cannot really commit a mistake, but at least we cannot also offer perfect wedding, but at least something that is memorable, something that are executed properly. I think that's what's most important.
First things first, you need to put your foot to the ground. When you're a stylist, you also have to reinvent yourself, and you need to invest. I think the problem with some is that they reinvent, but they don't really invest. So you need to invest financially, you need to invest time, effort, and you need to invest a lot in your people, because that's very key in the success of this business.
You have to be fully dedicated, wholeheartedly, and sincere to your client. It doesn't matter if you're small or you're just a beginner, as long as you give your 100%. And of course, you believe and you pray to God. Eventually, growth will just follow.
It should be timeless. If you look at your wedding photos 10, 20 years from now, dapat yung reception styling mo or the flowers that you have created, it still look nice. You are dealing with a once-in-a-lifetime event ng isang tao, so hindi mo pwedeng sirain yan.
We tried to lessen our events, meaning we try to focus on every client that we have. If you have more time to one client, parang kumbaga, they will feel na special sila, parang ganon.
For every wedding that I do, I always think of it as my own. The desire to really create something different for every occasion. That's how I keep going on.
Every time I have a wedding, I have big weddings coming up, I pray to God that the Lord will help me to be a blessing to this client, not just doing flower works, but eventually making a difference to their wedding.
I think when you love your craft, that's where you parang become more passionate about it. Gusto ko talaga yung ginagawa ko. Parang it's something na hindi ko pinagsasawaan.
I do it because it's something I love. It's all heart. Parang if you look at it as a business, then you probably fail at it because it's wanting to provide not just the service, but provide them with something that is so magical, that is once in a lifetime, that they will always remember.
We joined Unveil in 2016 last year. And since joining this, we were able to tap dun sa upper spectrum ng clientele. So it's very nice to our business.
I'm so happy with Unveil Bridal Fair because I'm one of the pioneers way back 3 years ago. And since then, I'm always looking forward for this event.
When we joined Unveil 3 years ago, we definitely got a certain market share of clients, which is basically, the Chinese clients of It's a Shangri-La Hotel.
You get a lot of exposures, and in terms of market shares, yes, you get a lot of inquiries and bookings.
With Unveil, mas dumaming followers ko, mas nakilala ko ng maraming soon-to-be brides.
Unveil pushes everybody to do the drama, to go out and intensify whatever you feel you want to do.
Of course, I'm excited. I'm gonna be working with my fellow event stylist. Yung mga iba nga dyan, sila yung mga idol ko nung nagsisimula pa lang ako.
Being part of it, I believe it boosted my career. I had the opportunity to meet different levels and different markets of clients as well.
So imagine walking, one Isla ballroom with 8 event stylists showcasing their talents and executed a certain theme given to them. So I'm so thankful for Unveil Bridal Fair with Wedding Treasures, Edja Shangri-La, and with other sponsors for having us for the past 3 years.